I'm a gangster. I am HipHopGamer. Yo, what's up? It's the one and only HipHopGamer, Hot 97. You already know what it is, baby. Logitech G, the G moment. Y'all ready? PAX West 2017. We live and we lit. Let's go. The worst pain I ever felt in my life was having loved ones lost overnight. Brooklyn, what up? So I changed all my wrongs to rights. Now I'm a gangster. I am HipHopGamer. Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of We Got Game. Do you got game? Because my man Damien got game, and we talk about Detroit become human, son. Yo, first, I gotta give you a hug, man. Oh my God, yo, the game is so crazy. So, first off, like what I want to tell you is I'm a big fan of Heavy Rain, like I was saying off camera, and Beyond Two Souls. These games is great, and they're so engaging. So when you look at those games and what y'all doing now with Detroit Become Human, what's the goal? Like, how you want to push this whole genre forward with the new game Detroit Become Human?
Yeah, I think the goal really is to obviously, like, take the learnings of those titles that you've mentioned before, same with Heavy Rain, really sort of successful title. And the idea really is to kind of like have a much more sort of immersive sort of story, giving players the ability to make different decisions and hopefully kind of find it really impactful and meaningful in the way that they play through the game. Yeah, now the message in the game is, come on, the message is crazy. And you guys got Jesse Williams, right? Correct. They got how did that come about, and what is it like working with him? Yeah, I think mainly it was just because of the character that was actually in the game that he plays. So, I think a lot of it really is not necessarily where you kind of like choose the actor and then sort of build it into the game. It's more about having, the way that the story is, and he's perfect for that role in the game. And, it's something that kind of ties into the way that the game and the story has been delivered. So, that's a kind of good decision to make there. So now since you said decisions to make, I know the gameplay, is based on the decisions. But it seems like this game is deeper when it comes to decision making, or there's more outcomes and more things like that. So can you talk about how the gameplay has been enhanced and how it has moved forward from the Heavy Rains and the Beyond Two Souls of the world? Yeah, I'll say that so in terms of the gameplay, obviously, it's very intuitive in terms of how you control things, how you interact with different objects, etc. But in terms of the decisions that you actually make in the game, that's where I think it's going to be very impactful. Having the characters that are in there, the players will really feel immersed with those characters, and those decisions are going to be ones that you kind of really have to think about and decide how you want the actual story to play out. Yeah, now I gotta tell you this. You gotta hold the belt for this one. Y'all hold the belt for this next question, baby. You gotta hold the belt. Now, like in this day, and one thing I love about David Cage and what y'all doing over there with the team is that y'all have no fear. Y'all have no fear. Y'all attack any situation. If it's dealing with racism, if it's dealing with hate, bigotry, all types of stuff, you have no fear. Now, right now, I know we never seen, David Cage do quite a game like this, but when you look at what Colin Kaepernick is doing and how he's standing for stuff, when you look at something like that, do you think you guys would like tackle that particular scenario in a video game form? I think, imagine if we was able to play out what we're experiencing today in the world of sports. I think that would be crazy, and also it'd be different to go into that world in a video game way, the way David Cage makes those games. How do you feel about that? What you think? I think, my personal opinion, I think, definitely there is some parallels, obviously, with what Kaepernick is talking about, and certainly there's a lot of that's sort of happening. With Detroit, I think that there's so many things in there that, as you say, there's people that can feel oppressed, and there's people that can relate to feelings like second-class citizens, and it's something that not only is sort of just tied to race, it's something that I think people can feel from all different backgrounds, all different walks of life. And I think it sort of ties into necessarily like how the story is as well, so people can relate to that. And I think that's something that makes the story and the game so impactful, is that players can relate to it on all many different levels, whether you're black or white, depending on who you are, there's things in there that I think will relate to all different types of players within the game. Wow. Now, why Detroit? Like, why did y'all choose Detroit? I'm just saying that because I'm from New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm from New York, man. Brooklyn, stand up. But, like, why you chose Detroit, though? I think with Detroit, certainly, like, you've got the sort of motor industry and stuff like that. And it's a futuristic take on it, as we know, that it has androids and stuff like that that's in there. So I think, like, just like vision, in terms of vision and having something that's set in the future, it kind of helped to tie into that.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Because Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Lose yourself in the moment. My bad. I'm just saying. Because shout out to Eminem, though. I love Eminem. So I got two more questions. You know, this Hot 97, hip hop and stuff like that. You gotta talk to me, man. Like who's one of your favorite artists now, or favorite artists all time? Like, who you like in hip hop, man?
Oh man, who I like in hip hop? There's so many people. So obviously you got Eminem, which is like, you know, huge.
The illest lyricist ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. But I like Mos Def as well.
Mos Def just came by the station too.
Really?
Mos Def, yeah, shout out to Mos Def.
Oh damn, yeah. So Mos Def, you know, Wu-Tang, you know, all that stuff. So.
Alright, so now, so for the final question, now looking at Detroit Become Human, like, to me, like I said, I love the game. I love what the message is in the game. Do you have a scenario where is Jesse Williams the main character that you use throughout the entire game, or is there moments in the game where we may be using or controlling somebody else?
So to answer your question, you do use 3 different characters within the game, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a character that we revealed a couple of years ago. Her name's Kara. And then we obviously have Connor, and then we have Marcus, who is played by Jesse Williams. So, you know, the way that the game plays out is that they have sort of a different role within the game, and there are different things that you'll have to do depending on how you're playing through the game and the decisions you actually make within the game as well. So you don't stick to just one character. You do get to see different perspective from different characters and how their stories can potentially intertwine as well.
Oh, so if you make certain decisions with one character, it can affect the decision that you made with another character at a different time?
Potentially, yes.
Oh, yo, Detroit Become Human. When can we expect the game to come out?
We haven't announced the release date as yet.
Damn, I was trying to get it. Yo, he's good. I was trying to get that joint.
But yes, we'll definitely announce something very soon.
All right, cool. One love and God bless on your Hot 97 every day. That's my word. HipHopGamer, the one and only, baby. We got game. Peace. yeah, baby, mission successful, son. That's what it is. HipHopGamer, Hot 97, Detroit Become Human. Stay tuned, man.